Today we're going to talk about the crisis cycle, and the easiest way to look at the crisis cycle is to think about it being on an axis like this, with this line being the baseline. And baseline for us really just means our optimal best. So we're rested, we're feeling good, we're thinking clearly, and that we will call that baseline. The further we get away from baseline, the further, that's when we're feeling kind of upset, irritated, angry, those kinds of emotions. When we get away from baseline, we actually lose some of our cognitive ability. So the further we are, the less away, the less cognitive ability we have in that moment. So if I'm feeling really upset, and it might look something like this, I actually could be functioning with only 10% of my cognitive capabilities in that moment. So I'm going to erase this for a second. And just to illustrate this a little bit better, let's take a look at a real crisis cycle, which is one of mine. And if we do that, we can kind of look at it and a day in the life. And if you think of my day, we start about 4 in the morning or so. I get up early, wake up a little bit. I might be a little bit below baseline, but I wake up, go to the gym, I'm functioning in baseline, everything's going well. I'm an early riser, so that's a good time for me. I get started in the day, little things come up. One of the things that comes up as we're getting ready to go is I have kids that I'm getting into the car, and quite often we can't find something. Both my daughter and I are shoe fanatics. We love shoes. Guess what we can't find when we're getting into the car? Sometimes a shoe. I can feel myself watching the clock, feeling a little nervous, getting ready to go, and I can feel myself going above baseline. Bring myself back down to baseline and get in the car. We're going off through the day. I personally go pretty well through the majority of the day until I start getting tired. That's one of the things that can take us up from baseline. And I can start hitting about 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. In a recent job that I had, that was a really hard time to leave work. It was when I felt like I could be very useful. I was contributing, doing warm blankets, doing music, and I could feel myself not wanting to leave. Like I wanted to stay at work. So I was a little bit above baseline. Often I made the mistake of waiting till the very last minute to leave, and then there I am getting in the car, rushing. I had, at that point, by 6 o'clock I had to pick up the kids, or I would get charged $10 a minute for being late. So I felt that pressure. So that'll take you up above baseline. Also, I think most of us can understand, you get in the car and that's where you realize you really should have gone to the bathroom before you left. So there we are up a little higher again. Then what would happen to me is I'd get the phone calls. Mom, where are you? What's going on? When are you going to get here? So I'm driving, I'm rushing, people are driving crazy in front of me. Here we go. So look how far I'm getting here now. Then, pick up the kids, guess what? They're not ready. And guess what we can't find? A shoe. Oh, hey. Then, I think most parents feel this way. We're trying to gather our kids, and because there's other parents looking, we're trying to be really nice and calm. Okay, get your stuff. Oh yes, that's lovely. Okay, gathering everybody together, getting in the car, searching for the shoe. Meanwhile, I still have to go to the bathroom. Then, get in the car, and what are they doing? Bickering. Okay, look what's happening here. It doesn't take too much when we're this far away from baseline to have what we call a catastrophic reaction. Mine can look like this. We get home, start loading kids out of the car, Until recently, we had a great big dog that would meet us at the door, knock us over, tail wagging, spit flying. It was crazy. 4 cats meowing, meow, meow, like they're starving, even though we did feed them. And then you look at the bills, or you look at the mail and you see that bill that you know you paid, and so here you are. At this point, you can take something really simple, like, Mom, I'm hungry. What's for dinner? Damn it, you guys! I'm only one person! That could be the catastrophic reaction. There we are. 10% of my functioning, cognitive functioning, right there. So that's an example of crisis cycle, kind of in a nutshell. And so that's the end of session 1.